Happy Monday, everyone. Make sure we're muted. It is October 21st. How crazy. I want to just get into the meat of this call because I'm fired up about this topic. I have been working on this presentation for the past 3 days. There's just been a lot on my heart, and I'm ready to give you guys some fire. So if you have your pen and paper ready, be as engaging as you can on this call because one, it's only going to help you, and two, it's just going to keep me lit AF and keep bringing you the goods. So I'm going to share my screen real quick. Okay, perfect. And you guys can all see this, right? Perfect. So this is our leaderboard. It makes me want to cry a little bit. So I literally took off this stuff on the side this week because we need a fresh start. I don't think anyone, and even myself, deserves a coach of the week. I think we have been doing things that are going to help us, and I think we're doing the actions, but I still think we're just missing some of the links of mindset, and that's what we're going to talk a lot about tonight. And I think we just are kind of in our own headspace right now, and I've talked a lot about this on our one-on-ones lately when I was talking with everyone last week, but if you're going through something, talk about it on the team page. Talk about it to your success partner. Talk about it to someone on the team because God knows not one of us was in the best spot in our business this month or last month, right? All of us have had some shit going on, and we all just kind of strayed into our bubbles instead of leaning into our teammates and using them as something to help you get out of that hole, right? And so just know that you are not alone ever. This is why we are a team. This is why we are an empire together. This isn't just one person. This isn't just me. This is everyone, okay? So this is just woo, we have a week and a half to get some bodies and lives changed because when you pour your happiness and your heart into what you're doing every day, you're going to be so much more passionate about this than if you look at it and you're like, oh God, I'm not on that board, and I usually am at that board, and I'm usually at Success Club 6 by now, and you get in that mental space and then you just start degrading yourself. We want to get out of that right now and think of it as a new month. Even though we have a week left, it's a new month, and we have plenty of time, and we are ready to do this thing. So let's get into the meat of the call. I don't want to waste any time because there is a lot to talk about. So let's start with this slide. I am so freaking proud of each and every single one of you for still being here, right? You are a human that said yes to this opportunity. You said yes back when you had no idea what the hell you were doing, right? You didn't know how to run a business. You probably didn't have a lot of business skills. You didn't even know what a Beachbody was. You didn't know how to do a program. You didn't have results, but you still said yes for some reason. So right now in the chat, I want you guys to drop, what was your goal when you started? Why did you sign up with me or your personally sponsored coach? Why did you ever say yes? Because there was probably some deeper rooted reason than I wanted to be a certain rank or I wanted a certain type of income goal. There was probably a deeper down layer of why you wanted to be a coach when you got started. So please put that in the chat right now, just for your own well-being. When you got started, what was the most exciting thing? What was so appealing to you to get started with your coach, right? We all have that one thing. I should see the chat box moving, and I see nothing so far. Okay. Being confident in my own body and being able to show people that anything is possible, helping other girls like me. Exactly. And we look at this, and I know there's going to be more coming in, but not anywhere in here does it say, when I got started, I want to hit Success Club, right? No one was I just want to hit Success Club. But now, later in this business, perfect, I see him coming in. We're oh my God, all I need to do this month is hit Success Club, and I need to hit this rank and all this stuff. And we just lose that happiness of why we got started in this business in the first place. Take a look at these. Read exactly what your other friends and our other coaches are saying, because most likely it's a lot of what you feel too. And so know that you're not alone, and know that your happiness is rooted deeper than just hitting a Success Club number. Your worth is defined way more than the money that you've made in this business and the rank that you're sitting at right now. You are so much more worthy of that than anything else, okay? So know that you are more than this. And people will come when you focus. They will come to your business. They will come to you when they see that you're the light and you are doing when focusing on what makes you happy, not Sally, who is down here. She's hitting these high ranks and you're watching her and you're comparing your business to her because you're not right there. And you're like, oh, she looks so happy. But you're sitting here in a puddle of tears because you're not where Sally is. Who fucking cares? Because that's not making you happy right now, right? That comparison game is not making you happy. So find what makes you happy. Look back at the chat. Read what made you happy in the beginning and why you got started, and tune into that, because that's what's going to help you on those days that seem hard, or that month that seems hard because you're saying it's hard, right? We all know that it's only a mindset what's really hard and what's not hard. And so like back in the beginning, guys, I copied these top coaches. I would like copy Amy Bailey's post, or she was Amy Rod at the time, or Bonnie Engel and Brianna Headley. And I would be like, oh, okay, well, they're top coaches. They're recruiting high numbers. If I just, write down the post that they did and post my own photo, like the people will be crawling at my doorstep. That was like the farthest thing from the truth, because people saw right through that. I wasn't that happy. Those weren't my words. That wasn't me. And so my people were like, that's not realistic to me. And they just were right by next to the door, right? They're like, see you later. But when I started sharing my story, my truth, getting results, getting the income growth, seeing the people come in, that's when people kept coming to me. So I'm going to talk a little bit more about that. So do you feel, this is like kind of our theme tonight, but do you feel like your dream is taking too long, right? Like we think about this all the time. Like, do you feel like when you said yes, like maybe 1 month in, 2 months in, a year in, almost a year and a half in, that your dream would have been so much farther, where you thought you would be right now would be so much farther along than where you're sitting, right? And the so crazy is like, I for sure thought I'd be farther. And then I look back and it's like, what am I doing right now? Like, have I sent invites? Not today. Have I done my workout? Not today. Like, I'm looking at myself and I'm like, well, why am I comparing if I haven't even done those things that I'm comparing myself to? So, and when this comes and you're like, I'm not as far as I think, I'm just going to quit because, that would be easier. I'm not as far. This business doesn't work. And the reason why you want to quit is from something you are not doing, right? Let that sink in. The reason why you want to quit is from something you are not doing. You will beat yourself up because you're like, you're not inviting. You aren't getting results. You're not making any money. And then you come down to the word, Beachbody isn't for me. Beachbody doesn't work. I'm just going to quit. No, F that mindset. If you see that girl that you want to be, or that coach that's making the money, what do you think she's doing every day? She's inviting. She's showing up and getting bomb-ass results in her program. She's committing to those 100 days no matter how hard in life gets and whatever happens. She's doing those invites. She's doing those hard things that not everyone wants to do, and that's why she's not everyone else. That is why she's up there. Can't put her on a pedestal if you're not willing to do the work that she's doing and compare yourself to that girl. So stop saying that Beachbody isn't for me, or think about if I ever thought about quitting. Like, raise your hand if you've ever thought about quitting. I'm not going to lie. Me, hi. Yeah, this coach that's been around for 2 years, I've thought about quitting, you guys. I thought this market is so saturated. I won't have success. But then I realized, what am I gaining? Literally nothing. I will lose 200 of my closest friends if I say, throw in the towel. Bye, guys. See you later. Like, I could never do that. And I never will, because I see myself in a wheelchair at 90 years old, still selling shakes and Beachbody because my joints are bomb ass from the vitamins that I'm taking and the collagen. Sorry, someone came unmuted. That's where I see myself. And I see myself as giving this legacy to my kids because I never quit. And I show them that it doesn't matter how hard it gets, I'm not going to quit. Okay. So what could I be doing more of? That's what you need to be thinking. What could I be doing more of rather than just comparing? What could I be doing more of? I'm never going to give myself the option to quit, because I know that the Maddie when I started was 30 pounds overweight. The Maddie when I started was anxiety ridden. I couldn't even get out of bed on Sunday morning without just being full of anxiety because, one, I was hungover from drinking too much to be able to be social with friends because I didn't have the confidence to be where I wanted to be. And that way, then I woke up and I had anxiety and I was like, what's this week going to bring to me? What am I going to do? And as soon as I signed up for Beachbody, my life completely changed because I saw what my future could be like. And then I realized, well, why would I go back to that? Okay. So I'm going to play you guys a video right now. Actually, I might have to take phones so you guys can hear it. Can you guys hear me still? Okay. I'm going to play you guys this video from Rachel Hollis, and this is one I listened to maybe 4 times today. I'm not going to lie. And I hope you guys take away what I take away from it. And then we're going to debunk this video right after. So it's only 1 minute and 44 seconds.
You're stopping because it's taking too long? Your dream, your goal, it's taking too long? It took Julia Child 10 years to write Mastering the Art of French Cooking. Her work changed cooking for people all over the world and launched her career. James Cameron worked on Avatar for 15 years, and it's one of the most successful films in the history of the industry. Ground was broken for the construction of the Brooklyn Bridge in 1870. The project took 10 years, and during that time, the lives of many of the men who were building the bridge were taken and lost along the way. You guys, the Brooklyn Bridge still stands as a symbol of New York, and 137 years later, it brings 43 million cars to and from Manhattan every single year. None of this was quick. I stopped obsessing over whether or not I was any good and just focused on how do I get better. Don't you get it? Nothing that lasts is accomplished quickly. Nobody's entire legacy is based on a single moment, but rather the collection of one's experiences. If you're lucky, your legacy will be a lifetime in the making. It's not taking too long. It's taking exactly as long as it needs to. Keep going.
I got chills. Okay, wait. I don't want this to keep playing. No, don't play another video. Come on. Okay. Wow. Anyone else get chills from that? Like, whew. Damn almighty. Like, oh, that just fuels my freaking soul. And the thing that I take away the most from that we just listened to was I stopped obsessing over, oh my God, what the frick? My thing is in the way. I stopped obsessing over whether or not I was any good and just focused on how do I get better. Read that again. I stopped obsessing over whether or not I was any good and just focused on how do I get better. Oh my God, you guys. How does that, like, that makes me literally have chills. I wake up every single day and I was just so obsessed of, oh my God, I'm comparing myself to this person. Oh my God, what's my paycheck gonna look like? Oh my gosh, blah, 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 blah. Instead of saying, why can't I just do one little thing to make myself better every single day, right? And you know, the reason why you want to quit is from something you're not doing, like we just said, and you're going to beat yourself up over and over and over again because something that you're so worried about, instead of just thinking about that one thing that you can do better today, right? Like, I had to be in the beginning. I had to have shitty content, you guys. I had the worst photos. I had like some random stock photos and I had all this stuff and I was barely showing up. I would cancel my team calls, or I'd have one person on my team calls and I would talk to my wall because no one would be there, but I had to still show up because, you know, one day Amber, one of my first coaches, would be on that call and I had to be there for her. You want to be doing all the things and then you do not understand what that means. Like, we want to be doing, you know, sending the invites and I want to be doing all this stuff and we're trying to just throw like 1,000 pebbles into the water and just see the little splashes instead of just focusing on just that one thing and sending one huge boulder into the water and seeing the huge ripple effect of just one big boulder instead of trying to dabble in all these different things, right? And so we're always obsessing of like, am I doing a free group? Am I doing a challenge group? Am I doing a coach call? And like, these are all things that we do need to do, like Coach Sneak Peeks and all that stuff, but we're obsessing over it rather than just focusing on what makes you happy and what you can do to be better today than you were yesterday. Like, we were on our coffee chat yesterday and Sarah was saying, I don't want to compare what I did on Saturday because I had a shitty day. And I was like, that's fine. But on Sunday, she woke up, got on our coffee chat, thought about what happened, and she made her day better. And that's better than it was Saturday. And then today she woke up and she had a life and she was a human being and she made the day better. And that is something that you got to focus on rather than just obsessing over all the things, right? You got to grow through what you're going through. That is something that I take from Keisha Fitzgerald all the time on her podcast. It's like, we're just so stuck of like the uncomfortableness of something that we're going through that's hard, but we don't realize we got to grow through that. It's going to be hard. There's sticky situations. We're going to be uncomfortable. Sales and selling is so awkward, and no one wants to ever say the world of, I don't want to be a salesy person. Get that mindset out of your head, because you're always selling something. You're going to be selling yourself in an interview for the dream job that you want. You're going to be selling yourself when you're trying to get into your dream college or whatever it is. You're either selling yourself, you're selling a lifestyle, or you're selling a product, and you just got to get over the fact that that's what is life. You're going to be constantly selling. That's just it, So just grow through that and give yourself some damn grace, girlfriend. Like, we compare ourselves more than any, why do we compare ourselves? Like, our journey where we're at right now is so different than anyone else. You can't keep comparing. Success is for everyone, right? Like, success is for everyone, and you can't just be good at everything. You got to focus on what you're good at and what makes you happy, so that you can see that ripple effect of that big boulder rather than 20 million tiny pebbles that you're just throwing up. Like the analogy, like throwing spaghetti at a wall and hoping one sticks. Like, get all your collection of thoughts and things together so you can throw that boulder in and see the ripple effect. And this is something I always like to take away, and I talk about this when I get started with new coaches, is Beachbody is just one layer of your life, right? Like, it is not your entire life. Beachbody, I don't expect to be your entire life. It's just one layer, but it's something that makes you better human. Like I talked about, like where I was before Beachbody, right? Like, I was able to say yes, and it's been my outlet. It makes me a better human, girlfriend, whatever it is, teammate. But it's just one layer. It's not my entire being, right? Like, I don't expect you to lose sleep over this, because it is something that makes you happy and excited to show up to. If you're losing sleep and you hate it, it's never going to be fun, and no one's going to be joining you. Like, when you're making 6 figures but you hate the process, you're not going to be happy. We always say money doesn't buy happiness, but loving the journey every single day and showing up for yourself, and people see that, they're going to be wanting to come to that. And so I just want to show you guys a few coaches that I admire, but I think of them because they never miss a month of Success Club. They're constantly gaining success. And, like the trends of coaches, and it comes because of the results and what they're showing up for. Like, we look at Kate, like this is Kate on day one. Kate started, she literally was like a discount coach, was like, okay, I'm going to go all in. And she takes one before photo and just doesn't fucking stop, you guys. She was inviting till people gave her a million no's, but she was getting closer and closer and closer. And just looking at that, the reason why she's having success is, yes, she's getting bomb-ass results, but she also believes in what she's talking about. And she has seen it for herself, what it has changed for her life. She has seen it. And they're not trying to sell something, right? She doesn't have to try and sell something or stress about a goal, but people are so attracted to that light that they see that they're going to come to her because she's getting real freaking results constantly. She's never just going like this with her results. And yeah, sometimes you lose results to get better results, and you have to go through that transition of life, but you see that she's coming up and showing up every single day, and you're so damn attracted to that. You look at Ashley. This is Ashley last year, 11-star coach. And you look at her and you're like, damn, she's gleaming. And then you look at her here and you're like, how could she even get any better? And here she's 15-star, and she kept showing up for those results. She could have stopped. She could have been like, well, I'm having 6-figure year. I don't need anything else. But she didn't stop because she knows how happy this opportunity makes her. This is Michelle Cahill. She's a killer coach. But she just keeps showing up. She's like, I don't really care. Why would I have blonde hair if I can have pink hair? And she just finds that tribe of hers, of something that makes her happy. Emily Favre, she went from, I'm not even kidding, a rocky diamond coach in the beginning of 2018, got results from 80-day obsession, went to 15-star diamond, superstar diamond, the highest rank in the business in 6 months, because of her results and telling her story of how she had 4 miscarriages. 4 miscarriages, got bomb-ass results, was able to get pregnant 6 months after, right? Who's going to deny that story? You know, she's going to be able to talk to a super like set niche of people. And Amy Bailey, same thing, never miss a month of Success Club, because they're not just showing these results. If you look at any of their pages, they're selling a lifestyle. They're selling how happy they are and how you can feel that happy too. And I want us to tune into that. Look at your page. Are you selling just a fitness program? Are you showing up every single day? Are you sharing every piece of your life? And I know some people don't feel comfortable doing that, and you can share what you want, but the more real and authentic you are, the more people are going to be attracted to that, okay? So think about that. And I think about it too. Like, I could stop doing everything that I'm doing right now. I could stop posting in Healthy Happy Fit team page. I could stop posting team calls, and I would still hit Success Club and probably recruit a few coaches because of how much I show up on Instagram and people see that light. And if I stopped inviting, they would still come. But that doesn't mean I'm not going to stop, because I want growth. I want to keep going. And that's not to be like, oh, like I've done this long enough, I could just not hit Success Club if you're struggling to hit Success Club, right? That's just saying that I have created this brand around my page that's more than just I'm selling Beachbody, okay? And that's what I want you guys to take away, that it's not just, like I said, it's one layer. It's not everything. People are coming to you because the market, there's a lot of coaches out there, but they're coming to you specifically because they see something in you that they don't in other coaches. So make that your point to really hone in on what it is that you want people to see when they come to your page, rather than any other coach out there. Okay. So I'm going to scroll down to the next one. So a collection of your experiences, and this is something else that Rachel said on this quote, like, I stopped obsessing over whether or not I was any good and just focus on how do I get better. And that happens by going through things that are not easy, right? That talks about, like, I had to be a coach that came in with no other coach to help her. I had to be that coach that watched YouTube and Google videos and asked my coach, how can I be a part of your elite team? She's like, honey, you're not on my team. Like, I didn't know what that meant. I didn't even know I had a team. It took me 6 months to hit Emerald, and I had to go through that rocky point to realize, like, maybe I should host a coach sneak peek. Then I signed 6 coaches. I'm like, wait, this is really cool. And then it took me another 6 months to hit Diamond, when it should have only it should have only taken a month, because if I'm signing all my coaches as discount coaches, it shouldn't have taken that long. But I had to go through all those points to be able to show up to you guys tonight on this team call and pour into you and teach you how you can do it quicker than I did, because you guys wouldn't know how to do that if I didn't go through that process. I wouldn't be here on this team call right now. I wouldn't have a not bright red blotchy neck if I hadn't been practicing for over a year, because I was so bad at public speaking. And I'm sure Megan can contest to this, because when I got started, my calls weren't like this. We had maybe 2 or 3 people on these calls, and it was awkward AF all the time. But you have to go through these collections of experiences. If I just wish I could be like Lindsay Matway, the top coach ever, or Ashley Fell Dyson, I wanted to be like her and just poof, snap my fingers and be a 15-star superstar diamond making 6 figures, I would get to that point and be like, oh shit, what the fuck do I do? I've never been here. I didn't go through all these things. How am I deserving of this, right? You've got to go through that. And when she says, it doesn't matter how long it takes, you just got to keep digging, because you're going to learn new things along the way that you can pass down to your coaches. And that's what's going to help you get to that next level. Okay. So I want you guys to take that with you. And really think about, like, what is your road to success? Is it going to look like a projectile upline line? Like, oh, I just signed up as a coach and I just kept signing people and I just kept hitting ranks and I just kept going up. No, our coaching journey is going to look a lot like this, you guys. And I have contested that 100%. Like, I remember waking up on Thanksgiving last year, so pumped. I'm like, I'm going to start qualification as 1-star. Look, it's like no qualification history. I just start sobbing, you guys. I spent so much time signing over 12 coaches in 10 days to hit that diamond. And I was like, what? And they're like, sorry, you didn't hit all the qualifications. You had to have 10 active coaches and you only had 8. Like, those are the experiences that I'll never forget, because it made me who I am now as a leader. And so just know that those collections of experiences, you're going to learn and you're going to fail and you're going to get stronger every single day. So I'm going to go down to, if you guys have heard of Gary Vaynerchuk, Gary V, he's like a business guru. He's taught a lot of stuff. He has some awesome network marketing. He also has his own business, helped a ton of business leaders. But this is a quote from him, and I was like, damn, this really hit me too. I don't think there is anything wrong with chasing money. I just know it's the quickest way to not get it. Read that, right? We always are like, oh, but I could just hit that goal of money and I'd be happy. I could just hit the rank of diamond and I'll be happy. But is that really what we want? Like, is that really it's gonna be great that day that people are posting about you and sending you all the love, but is that really what we want in life? No. We want freedom. We want happiness. We want all those other things that maybe do come with those rank and the money goals, but it's not gonna be the quickest way. It's not gonna be the easiest way to make us happy. It's just maybe for that day it's gonna make us happy, but when you have to go through the struggle and you are working day in and day out and you see that money come in, that's when it's going to be worth it. And that's when it's going to make you happy. Okay. That's when you're going to really realize that it is worth it through the struggles and through the journey of ups and downs and lulls in your business. Another thing, do you even understand how ludicrous it is that we have a life? Same guy, Gary Vee, right? Like, you could have been born a freaking fish in a fishbowl and swam around in that thing for your entire life, and someone would maybe feed you flakes of food, y'all. But no, we were born human beings that have the opportunity to share our heart and share what works for us and share our passion for something that we love every single day. And I think that is so powerful. I think we are so freaking lucky, but we never think about it like that. We could be a dog, and I think a dog would be kind of cool, you know, like they just get to like wait for their human and like eat all day and lay around. But no, you're a human and you are someone that has this opportunity to live the best damn life that you want, but you're letting those self-limiting beliefs hold you back. You're letting that where you think you should be farther along in this journey. No, you need to be a struggling coach, emerald, inactive, whatever, right now to be that strong ass diamond coach, to be that leader on this team. You need to be where you are exactly right now to be where you want to be in the future. It doesn't matter if you said you wanted to be diamond back in May, or if you said you want to be diamond in August. Well, you're not. And you are where you are because that's where you're supposed to be right now. We got 10 minutes. I think I can make it happen. Like, you're supposed to be exactly where you are right now. So take full advantage of that, okay? Take advantage of where you are, but work harder every single day and focus on one thing to be better the next day. So if you're lucky, your legacy will be a lifetime in the making. This is something she also said in the call. And this really, I say this about every single quote I've read, but it really does hit home. And these are the things that I want you guys to think about when you're going to start making your morning routine. And if you have a really strong morning routine or you have something that's working for you right now, put it in the chat, because I know there's people on this call right now that are struggling with finding a morning routine. Some days we work out in the morning. Some days we work out at night. Sometimes we wake up in the morning and our alarm goes off and we just scroll on Instagram. First thing we do is check our messages, who texted us, who's in our DMs, instead of waking up, drinking your Energize, going through some personal development, journaling, doing those things to make you a better human rather than scrolling on Instagram, right? That's not making you a better person in the morning. Waking up because you're late to work, jumping in the shower, rushing out the door, that's not going to make you a better human. That's not making you a better person today. But if you're ready to make yourself better, start making a morning routine. I wake up every morning, I walk downstairs, make my Energize, make a video, I press play on my workout, because if I don't, my day projected is right? I won't be as productive. I'm not as awake. I'm not going to be as good of a worker when I get to my job because I'm half asleep. But if I can do those things to pour into my business, do my gratitude journal, do those things before I have to pour into other people, I am so much more successful in my morning routine. And so know that your legacy is going to take a long time. You're going to constantly developing new things and learning new things and growing with your experiences, but it's only going to make your projectile more uphill. And you're going to be able to give your kids this legacy that you wanted to leave. I want to be able to tell my kids, here's a business with millions of dollars that you can have at your fingertips because I spent my lifetime building this for you. Because that's what we do it for, right? I just talked about this, but like where I thought I was going to be at 23 in a couple months, was not where I thought. I was like, oh, I'm going to be married by 23. I'm going to have kids by 25. I'm going to live in this mansion in California. I'm going to own a gym. Y'all, I'm living in like a freaking apartment. I'm in Arizona. Who knew I was going to be in Arizona? I literally, when I was in 6th grade, I said, I'm never going back to that state. It's too effing hot. Here I am. You know, like, it's just crazy where we say we think we're going to be, like when we do those MASH things as kids, and where you're actually in life. And so just know that every day you show up, you're moving your life in a different direction. And so this is something that I personally think, everyone has different opinions, but I think this is the recipe for success in this business. Kind of got to go fast. Sorry if I'm talking really fast, but I just have so many good points that I want to get to you guys. So number 1, a healthy mindset and a burning passion for more. Just knowing that when you wake up, you're making that morning routine because you're creating that healthy mindset, and you have a burning passion to that. You're not going to quit this damn business when it gets hard. You're not going to quit because when you started, you said you wanted to be X, Y, and Z, like you guys put in the comments already in the chat. That's why you started. And if you quit, what is that going to gain you, right? Nothing. You're not going to gain anything. And I see so many people quit too early because they're scared of failing, or they're scared of what Sally's going to say about them. And they're scared about Sally because maybe back in high school, she judged them of something. Get over it, right? Get over that freaking person that we all have in our head that we're scared of that judgment. Get over it. You know, have that burning passion that what you have is so much stronger than whatever that person has to say. Next is the dream. You got to have that belief in what you want to achieve in life. You have to have a dream, because if you don't have a dream and that why are you going to want to show up in the morning? Why are you going to want to get up an hour before your alarm or hour before you have to get that workout in? You're not going to want to. But when you see that dream up on your vision board and you see what you want to achieve, you're going to get your ass out of bed as fast as you freaking can, because you want to achieve that dream for your family, for your future family, for whatever reason you want to. You got to have that dream. Number 3 is a hungry work ethic. I say this all the time. I say this when I'm recruiting coaches. I want coaches that are hungry for success and hungry to work, no matter how hard it is. I'm going to send 5 invites today. My kid's throwing up. I got off work late, but I'm going to just make it happen and be a better human than I was yesterday and just make myself a little bit better. I'm just going to send 5 invites. I'm going to send 10 invites. I'm going to do 5 more than I did yesterday. A hungry work ethic to be as best as you possibly can be. And then number 4, the willingness to grow to be a better you every day. The willingness to grow to be a better you every stinking day, right? Okay. Like, you gotta want to know that you want to be better. You know, you can't be complacent wherever you are in your journey. You can't just sit here and hope and wish that what you want is going to happen. You gotta put the effort, that work ethic, have that dream, have that mindset, have that burning passion, and that willingness to be better every single day. It's only going to help that wish and that dream happen. And then lastly, I just want to end with where I was, because this is like my 2-year anniversary was like last week. But month 1, y'all, this is what I posted on my social media. Y'all look at these highlight reels every day and we compare ourselves and we're so stressed and la, 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 la. Look, I freaking posted Shakeology. Did I sign anyone up? 0. For 3 freaking months of my business, I didn't sign anyone up because I was posting shit like this. You know that this is not going to help you, right? Everyone say this is bad. Do not post this on your social media. And then this is 1 year in, this is the day that I hit diamond. And I'm gleaming like ear to ear. This was when I thought success was in the books for me. I am going to be at the top and I'm going to be making buttloads of money. And it's going to just be all uphill from here. And it was. I started to build a team. We were showing up on team calls. I was having more than 1 person on my team calls. But it still wasn't the happiest person I've ever been. And 2 years in, this is what I posted. This is where I'm at now. And it's just showing the work ethic that you do have to show up every single day. And I'm not going to quit no matter what month or year I'm in, that I'm going to keep showing up. And you're going to see your Instagram from month 1, month 3, month 6 progress, right? Like, I'm sure everyone has seen some type of progression in their business, and everyone's looks different and you can't compare, but just know that you are meant for more and that more is going to come to you and your page, okay? So I'm going to stop sharing. Make sure there's nothing, no questions in the chat. Dun, dun. No, take a quick pick. Money isn't fulfilling. Perfect. Good. Mm-hmm. No collages. Yeah, no collages. That's for sure. Good. Oh, I love you guys so much. I love all those big takeaways. Let's take a quick pick before it pops us off. Courtney, if you guys can take your sweet. All right. Everyone smile. Okay. 3, 2, 1. Sweet. If anyone have any questions for me, I hope that was somewhat helpful in our mindset, and I hope that was somewhat helpful in knowing that where you are is exactly where you need to be right now. And I know it might seem like, well, this is a really shitty spot where I'm at right now, and this isn't where I want to be, but know that this is where you need to be where you want to go, okay? So I'm really excited you guys all jumped on. I hope that was helpful, and I hope you guys have an awesome rest of your Monday night. If you haven't gotten in what you needed to get in today, like your invites, like your social media posts, like connecting with people, go do it. And I hope this fires you up to know that you are made for freaking more. All right. I love you guys. And I will see you later. Thanks for hopping on. Bye.